It's common for people looking at starting a career as a coach to think, I still have problems of my own, so how can I help someone else? The truth is that if you get to a point where you think that you have it all figured out and you're done learning and growing, that is when you have no business offering yourself up as a coach. Questioning yourself and actively expanding and improving your own life is a continual process, and that makes you a better coach. That being said, your personal problems can definitely interfere with your ability to help someone else, but that is completely preventable. Follow this guideline. Stay within your scope of expertise. So that means that if you are seriously in debt with no income and a fat mortgage, you probably shouldn't be coaching someone on personal finances. Refer that client out. Work with people on areas of their life that you feel solid in. Doesn't mean that you have to be perfect or that you aren't still growing. It just means that you have a solid foundation. What you're coaching somebody to achieve is something that you feel that you've already achieved or that you could achieve if you wanted it. Stay away from big triggers. If you are recovering from an abusive relationship, it's not a good idea to help someone else heal from that situation. Because in talking about it, you're going to be triggered and unable to care for the other person. It's easy for you to confuse your intuition with your own experience, and if you are feeling overwhelmed by your own emotion, obviously you aren't going to be able to be attentive to another person's emotion. On the other hand, if it's something that you really have already recovered from and you feel like you could talk about it all day long and you feel nothing but joy and gratitude for that experience in your life, then you're probably ready to coach. Your agenda. If you find yourself having an idea of where the session should go or what should change in your client's life that didn't come from them, that is an indication that you are letting your issues get in the way. Let go of any notion of how it should go and be totally present to the person in front of you. As a professional coach, should be getting professional help for yourself. Hire a coach, a therapist, join workshops, and read self-help books. This is going to make you a more informed coach, and it will create space for you to work through what you need to work through outside of your working with other clients. Have a mindful practice. Practicing being aware of yourself every day is the single most important action to take when you are starting as a coach. This will develop your ability to be present and think outside of whatever issues you are dealing with. It creates an inner stability that lets you be a stand for someone else, even if you are having struggles in your own life. It's your ego that thinks you have to be perfect to be a coach, because your ego wants to tell people how to live their lives and be right and be affirmed, because your ego is naturally insecure and sure of its own inadequacy. When you are present to the person in front of you and giving your whole attention to them, your ego has no room. I will sometimes say a prayer before I begin a session, let me be of service. Having a ritual that dissolves your ego and takes your own importance out of the equation can be a really helpful way to orient yourself towards the person in front of you and away from whatever you're dealing with in your life. Good coaches and healers are always moving between healing and developing themselves and supporting their clients. The important thing is to not collapse the two. If you want more tips on changing other people's lives, you can sign up below and get more training videos, plus information on the Liberation Mastermind, a program for aspiring coaches and healers. If you really want to start a career in transforming other people's lives, there's no better program.